Hey there, so this is my relatively spoiler-free review of Black Widow. I say relatively spoiler-free because nothing that I'm going to say is going to be of particular consequence, especially if you've seen the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And even if you haven't. Actually, that being said, if you have not seen the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you might not like this as much. Let me start off. I give the movie a solid C+ to B-, and that's because on its own, disregarding any other Avengers stuff, this movie is okay. But let me get into my three main gripes with the movie. One, the tone is wildly uneven and inconsistent. Two, it seems way more like a Scarlett Johansson movie than a Black Widow movie. Three, I didn't know what the plot was until about maybe halfway through the flick. So as far as the tone, I was sort of expecting this like gritty, maybe like Jason Bourne, Mission Impossible 007 type of film. But instead what I got was, I don't know, some sort of like Captain America set in Russia with like some like forced comedy and gags or whatever. And as far as it being a Scarlett Johansson movie instead of a Black Widow movie, you never find out how she becomes Black Widow. Like, you never see it. It's like thrown away. Like, it's just, you're just supposed to know Black Widow's backstory, despite it only ever being talked about in the Avengers. You don't see the trauma, the training, the growth. You don't see the stuff happen to her that makes her her. So when you see Scarlett Johansson in a fight scene or in an action scene, it looks like Scarlett Johansson in a fight scene or an action scene. And then when I say that you don't get to see how she becomes her, that goes also into the plot where I guess she's out to get the person who made her her, but we never know what happened we have no emotional investment, which is like the exact opposite of, say, like a Jessica Jones and like her antagonist. So it just seems like good girl sets out to stop bad guy with bad plan, as assisted by tons of